We once again find ourselves at the tavern at the edge of the world. Our usual adventuring party sits solemnly in their corner. They await the bard. They feel it in the air. Tonight's the last night they're going to have for a while of his stories. Eventually, the bard makes his way in. Makes his way up to the table, greets all of his friends, and takes a seat. My friends, I am beyond excited to share tonight's story with you. There's a certain feeling in the air tonight. I'm sure you feel it as well. Let's not dwell. We'll do what you came here for, yes? The word faith, my friends, can be used in many ways. Faith in a deity. Faith in oneself. Faith in friends. It's a trust that one you put faith in will act in any manner possible to provide the best outcome available to the path you are on. I, for one, find my faith in friends. Unlike a deity, well, usually, the friends choose you to share their burdens of life. There's a mutual give and take. You'd expect that if you had faith in your friends, that they would have faith in you. I find this a much more comforting prospect, though I suppose it speaks to a certain level of cowardice. For isn't faith all about embracing the unknown without fear? You find yourselves at the tail end of the night, having just experienced a communication with the goddess of the moon, Brenya. The three of you sit in the snow. What comes next?
You're muted.
Thank you! I didn't want to interrupt Vince's lovely intro. I've already told you guys where she told me to go, so yeah, we're just standing in the middle of the night in the cold right now. After pouring out her flask, Brynja just kind of looks at it and she tosses it into the snow. And just kind of stands there for a bit. Right off. It's cold. We should probably get back to the inn.
Start heading back.
Making sure to grab the locket.
Alright. You make your way back to the inn. Is there anything else that you'd like to occur for the night?
On our way back, I'm just gonna turn to Morgan. So, did you get a heading at all for us?
I mean, I gave him some options.
Yeah, but you said you were gonna check in and see if we can figure out exactly where Chetwood clothes were headed.
I was a little... That was my concern, but I'm kind of more worried about Brynja's predicament. It doesn't seem like a very good place to be, and I don't know. I'm just kind of waiting to find out what we're all wanting to do.
Fair.
And he also didn't really have a specific location. The questioning kind of turned more into lizards and purses.
Right. Okay.
All right. You make your way back to the tavern. Finding yourselves in each of your rooms for the night. Sleep eventually finds you. And a new morning comes.
So I can remove the fatigue I have.
Yes, yes.
Are we all meeting up for breakfast or what?
I assume.
Probably.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll come down probably last, but not as late as I normally would.
Right. So, a lot of ways point south. We still don't have a lock on where the shutter claws are headed. But we at least have one place we need to stop for sure.
Right. Well, it does. It just seems like all roads lead south, so...
Did you want to try your luck with the goddess, or did you want to maybe see what that underwater tower might hold any answers?
I really honestly have spent so long beating around the bush. I think ignoring her now would be a really, really, really dumb idea for me. So, Crag has multiple areas he needs to go to around the world. People wanted to go. Where was that library that some of you had interest in the south?
I just wanted to go check. I'd.
You're cutting in and out.
It's because I was more or less thinking out loud.
Right, so did you have any places? I can't remember any places in the north you need to go, Greg.
No, the furthest north I really need to go is the Grimheart's Isle.
The Island of
ways
Death.
away.
Right. So south. So I guess we have a couple ways we can go if we're looking to go south. We can head straight down, or if we want to take the coast that they'd be taking, we could make our way around to the Broadmar Ferry.
I mean, whatever route you all want to, I would think that the quickest would probably be best.
Agreed.
But again, I don't know the areas, so if you know safer routes or whatnot, then...
I think since it might be best if we go through the mountains again, take the coast, since we don't know where they're going. We know they're on the coast, but we don't know if they're still on the ocean or they've stopped. We know one place they might go, but we could be wrong.
Well, they're going to have to stop at some point. Their boat took on a lot of damage.
Right.
It has also been low quite a few days, and there are not as many of them, so they could as easily abandon the boat.
Sure.
I could try and track him with a cider.
Right.
If that won't take too much energy out of you and we could always rest, that would give us a better direction so we don't go looking for something that really... Who knows what tricks they have up their sleeve in terms of travel as well. That would be helpful, Morgan. Thank you.
Then I guess we'll wait till Morgan has a heading for us and we'll head out from there.
I can do it here with breakfast.
You can
Right.
make a map with breakfast.
Oh no.
I want to use whatever foodstuffs are around me to perform the cider. Little sausages, little floating
Okay.
bits of eggs.
Who's your target?
Bren.
Bryn? That's fair.
Least likely to screw me over with counter magic.
Okay.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
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 Ah, no, that's actually pretty damn smart.
Alright.
And I will use an extra PowerPoint in order to share the site so it can be more visual.
Explosion.
Remember what I said?
About being...
I mean, you did say least likely.
Least likely.
Yeah.
There's always a chance.
Yeah.
Also, the first time you scryed on him, he did have like 3 wounds, so
Yeah,
he
he
had
had 3
major
wounds.
penalties.
He was pretty fucked up.
He was pretty fucked up,
He was mentally
mentally and
wrong.
physically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
You can't tell me he's not still mentally borked.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
He better be.
You hope your brother
He
is
better be.
mentally fucked up right now.
I
Okay.
hope he isn't glad he killed and it freaking broke my heart. Like, I'm hoping some of them's still there.
So go ahead and make your arcane skill roll as well, Morgan.
Oh lord. First roll of the night. I'm gonna screw this up.
Don't manifest it.
Manifesting it.
Manifesting.
Manifesting.
Damn it.
See? See what you did?
10. I am manifested the inverse by manifesting failure. I exploded on my wild. Your motherfucker.
You concentrate on the spell, and as you do so, the food and berries and water all merge together in this weird amalgamation of what looks like the leftovers of a 4-year-old's plate. As
Gross.
the
The
scry
sausage
slowly
I started
comes in.
eating just like flies.
You see within the gross food slop an image start to appear. You see before you is Bren, but he is not on the ship. You see him just walking on his own along a well-trodden path. Go ahead and make me a... Go ahead and make me a survival roll.
Oh.
Mom, Witch of the
Hold on, I'm
Woods.
checking. I already know what my survival is. In that I don't even have a survival listed here, which means it's not good.
It's a D4 buckaroo.
I don't need to survive.
Minus
I got
2.
magic.
I got magic. I am survive.
Oh yeah, it is -2 if it's not even on there, huh?
Yeah.
3.
3. You can't quite pin which
I
direction
am
he's
sharing my
heading.
perception.
Yeah,
Okay.
could
Can other people?
other people?
Sure,
Wait,
why not?
I'm good at survival.
I'll still try.
I also
Is this
got
body
3.
good at survival?
Oh fuck yeah!
Nice.
What are we, are we
10.
doing notice rolls right now?
Survival.
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 Oh,
10.
good.
I wish
10.
it was noticed. Nice.
Got an explosion.
Oh yeah.
6.
Okay.
It's a D4.
So it's a -2 if you don't have it trained, right?
Yeah.
0.
Nice.
Rip.
Rip.
I do
Rip.
not recognize anywhere.
You don't remember how did you survive?
I didn't.
Luck.
And then I did.
So, Crag and Reyna, you notice that as Bryn is walking, just small little subtle signs, a creek that he passes where the top is still frozen over, but you hear running water underneath. The signs of various flora and fauna in the area, indicating kind of like a plains, sort of grassland area. Seems to be heading south. You'd likely guess, if you had to place him somewhere, it would probably be Northgate. But there's no one else with him. He is on his own.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat his head.
If he fucking split off from the rest of the Shatterclaws, I'm going to be so pissed.
He probably
I'm gonna
did.
be. Oh, I'm so
gonna
happy.
be so mad.
Mixed emotions.
I'm so fucking happy if he did.
Yeah.
I'll
Easy
go ahead
prey.
and noodles that to everybody.
Yeah, same.
Right.
Do you also noodles that he definitely looks alone?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So.
I mean-
that he probably docked recently, which means he's probably in Doloth.
Or that would be a good point that if they docked there and split, then they might not be that far apart. But Northgate at least gives us a direction. Yeah, south. Because I doubt Vigo is the type to be like, all right, I'll drop you off and then go back north.
No. If he is truly split off from the Shatterclaws, he should be lucky to be alive. Vigo does not take kindly to traitor.
I mean, given how well he was sneaking around, he probably left without anyone noticing.
Not them knowing.
That would
Yeah.
be the only. That would have to be the only way. You mean you heard what he did to the rest of my family, the rest of my clan?
Right.
He said, "Join me or die."
Right.
Yeah.
Well. So that means that we need to go straight south. Because, as far as I know, there's not a ferry we can take to Doloth. We could try and see if there is one, but on the off chance there isn't, it's not worth it to go down the coast.
I mean, yeah. So do we need to go through the hearth then? Alright. I'll...
Go ahead and all of you make me common knowledge rolls.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, probably not Crag. Or Reese.
Alright, never mind.
Actually, never mind. Reese, you
Great.
get this one. Crag, you just haven't been topside long enough for this.
Yeah.
I got 2
3.
explosions, so that's a 14.
Oh!
Shit! Look at you!
Damn.
2 explosions,
You're in tracker
baby.
mode. You're in tracker mode.
I got 1 explosion for an 11.
Okay.
I got 4.
Yeah! 3! Yeah! We're fucking clueless!
So, Reese, with your previous memories that you've obtained, is where you get your knowledge from on this. And then Raina and Morgan, you just know this. The whichever way you choose to go, typically the ferries, like the Rodmar ferry, they aren't designated specifically just for crossings. With a little bit of extra cash, you can use them to skirt farther distances.
And we have a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, and we are rich.
Counter question. Odin.
Yes.
We need to go to Stillview, right?
We should definitely go to Stillview.
Would my
Pick up
best
the stuff
friend
from-
know of a secret path through the mountains to get there faster?
They... Like, from where you are now down to Stillview?
No, from Stillview to Deloth, because that's where we're going, right?
Gotcha, I see. It is very possible. It makes sense to you.
Well, because I want to meet Jordan so bad. I have a friend over in Stillview who might be able to help us with a passage, or maybe even find some discounts on ferries.
Would the ferries be the quicker route?
I don't know. I've never been in South Bahar before.
I'm assuming traveling by boat is probably faster.
I would assume as well.
Either by boat, or if there is like a way through the mountains directly there, I imagine that cut off a lot of time as well.
Sure.
A
Well,
lot
we
of
should
farmers up
head to
here-
Stillview. Which that
So-
actually is good, so we could check up on your friend Crag and get that thing. we left
So you're
out.
looking at roughly about the same... Assuming that your first stop on the way to Stillview, you're going to be looking at about the same-ish time. I'm just kind of roughly guesstimating on the world map here.
Yeah.
Bring you down to the ferry, and then from there, you're looking at... So it's about 12 and a half days, but the time on the ferry will cut that travel distance in half, so it's about 11 and a half
11
days. And going this way, coming down, cutting through...
About 11 days.
About
Be
11
about
days.
11
11
days.
Same time.
I mean, if we go down through the forest, I can. If we go down through
We've
the
gone that
forest,
way
at least we wouldn't have to
before.
pay. We've gone that way before. We wouldn't have to pay a ferry toll.
Yeah.
Okay.
My vote is going the path
Alright.
that we know.
Yeah.
Fair.
Plus, we'll.
And
be
if,
able to
if something
ensure that we have enough
happens,
food.
yes, and if something happens, God forbid, the Winter Crest is right there. There's at least Bleakshore isn't in a state to help. I don't know of any other settlements. I don't know this area, so I guess whatever direction you think is best.
I'm guessing. How much does Reese remember about the area near Rodmar?
Probably a good bit. Like in general, I'd say, you know, you're familiar with the area. It's not like, you know, your backwoods, but it's definitely somewhere you've been a few times.
Okay. Yeah. We should probably just head straight south and anything else that was up here can wait till later.
Thank you for checking on him, Morgan.
Of course.
Oh, we should use today to gather supplies. And
Head out
check the
first flight
weather.
tomorrow.
Are your boys coming with us?
Probably not. Well, Vidar has, he still hasn't decided whether or not he's going to take it. But, since the Jarl no longer has a steward, Vidar was offered the job.
Offered the stewardship.
Hmm.
Wow.
I'm going to try
no.
and push him to take it. I think it'd be very good, and he'd be able to help people while staying out of the fight. It's not his favorite thing, but he does generally want to do good, and I think this would be good for him. That being said, I think it might be a little overwhelming for him, and I think he is still going to need a friend and an advisor. Someone he looks up, which naturally would be Isla.
I kind of got a little carried away. We might want to warn the Jarl that, our friend in the dungeons is planning an escape.
I mean, with how you left him, I doubt he's in
What?
any shape to.
I left him. He's fine. He's fine.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, it's probably best.
He's planning an escape?
Oh, obviously.
That's what he told us.
Why would he tell you that?
He was really just uncomfortable.
I'm gonna go get myself some supplies and a cow, and I get up from the table.
Wonder what the cow's for.
What happened? And I'm gonna look directly at Morgan. What happened?
We did a little interrogating. It got a little messy. Everything's fine.
Torture. And I'll leave with that.
It was hardly torture. I offered the guy a way out. I was told him I was going to help him with the Jarl.
A way out. What do you mean by that, Morgan?
I told him I'd see if I could help him at least not get executed by the Jarl. But then he kept lying to me, and so we had to get a little creative, and he told me what he knew.
What?
You're leaving out some
What-
crucial information.
I gave him tea.
Morgan.
This is Julian, sorry. This is not Morgan.
Yeah. Why would he be referring to tea as torture?
It wasn't very good tea.
Can I tell that he's obviously leaving out some crucial shit?
Okay.
Can I roll to bullshit?
Yeah, you definitely can.
I'd honestly be disappointed if you didn't.
Would this be notice?
So it'd
or...
be notice for you, Brynja, and persuasion for you, Morgan.
Okay, it's not the worst.
I'm going to use a Benny.
Oh.
Okay. 5.
11.
Shit!
Reese is just overreacting.
If he is, you don't know him well enough to call his bluff.
Hey, Morgan, but whatever happened really upset him. You two need to sort that out.
You think he's upset?
Did you not see the way he stormed out of here?
I just kind of thought his new body looked that way.
No.
No, he was pissed.
Oh no.
And we told you, he came in from your interrogation, whatever the hell it was. Very upset.
Yeah, he came in
Locked
there like a
himself
bat of
away.
hell.
Oh no. I feel terrible. I was just really focused on the ritual and stuff. I'll go talk to him.
Okay. I'll go get my stuff. Make sure I have enough rations.
Yeah.
Spend the day making sure I get rations for enough for like 2 weeks. Make sure I have enough arrows.
I need
I have 20,
rations.
that should be fine.
I need rations and hunting traps.
Okay.
Guess I'll find Reese.
I
I'm getting
guess.
rations and a cow. Because I'm
Okay.
assuming we're not gonna find a horse out here.
No, there's a small stable around.
Oh, cool. Then I'm gonna get a horse.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with the horse?
We have a cart.
We don't have the card anymore.
Oh,
We gave
never
it
mind.
to-
Wait,
Yeah,
Never
we
mind,
gave
I'm-
it to the
Oh,
our
yeah.
friends.
That
then
was
never
like,
mind. I'm not getting a cow
Why is,
or
he,
a
why
horse.
is he getting a cow?
I was also like, okay, sure.
I thought
I've
we
stopped
still had the
questioning.
cart.
He has not told us everything about this new body of his.
I was like, I mean, I guess for extra food, but that feels like a lot of weight to just be carrying around.
Mhm.
There's literally a butcher.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna find Reese wherever they went.
Okay. For Reyna, Brynja, Reese, for the 2 weeks of rations, we'll say 4 gold pieces.
Oh, easy.
Oh.
Alright.
I also went to buy rations too.
Same to you,
I
Craig.
caught it though.
Sick.
Mhm.
I didn't.
I'm fine.
And how much for my my traps?
For your traps, how many did you want?
Let's say, assuming it's got this many, let's say 10.
10? Okay, we'll call it 10 gold.
Bueno.
Okay.
10.
Morgan, I'll say it's easy enough to run into Reese while he's out shopping.
Sup, babe? Oh, sorry. I mean, our
Wow.
sorry, Jillian's feeling great right now.
Oh man.
Hey, is everything okay?
I can't tell if you're just still being coy or not.
What do you mean?
You really don't see any problem with growing roots in another person's stomach while they can't fight back.
If you're talking about the person who threatened our lives and our names and wanted to put us in jail and ruin everything we'd run to build and working with a dark, evil god, then yeah, I guess I don't see a problem.
Except
Especially when they might have answers to help our friend, which is what I thought we were doing here.
did you get anything more than we already had?
We have more options. We have a tower at the bottom of the lake. We have one of the Morrows we can call upon. You know, he's planning an escape. Yeah, we did get some useful things. I think it's a good idea to have options, especially when dealing with one of the gods.
Look, fine. You don't see a problem with it. Do it, but do not involve me whenever you do it again. especially since he was confined and he was to be executed. He was already no longer a problem for us. You already dealt with him.
Well, he will be a problem if he manages to escape. I find it's important to put countermeasures kind of in place before things go south. Would you have felt better if I killed him on the spot?
It would have been more merciful, I imagine. I mean, stick yourself in his shoes. You're already in hell. You're already fucked. And somebody just comes in and starts wringing your neck. And knives in your lung. I understand you haven't had a knife in your lung or anything like that. But it doesn't feel great, especially when you're already on your back. So,
I gave him an endless number of chances to come clean and he didn't.
you know exactly who he worships, which shows exactly what his values are and what he's not going to bend on.
I thought he would want a second chance. People usually, when we talk about the gods, they give second chances. So they give thirds.
I'm also
Anyway.
one for second chances. But if they don't take it, you don't force them to. And again, I understand you have no qualms with what happened. I'm just asking you don't involve me going forward.
Okay.
Fine. And at least don't downplay it to everyone else.
I mean, that's kind of how I saw it. I'm not trying to lie to anybody. I'm not going to apologize for doing everything in my disposal to try and help my friend.
I understand. I'm just realizing that your vision of how to do that and mine are very different.
What would you have done?
Killed him. The guards were
And
not there.
Where
He
would
was
that
to be-
have put us?
He was to be executed anyway.
I think you need to have a bigger view of things than that. And I think he still has the opportunity to change. And I hope he does. But I will do as you say. I promise next time. Well, I don't think there will be a next time. But if something like that happens again, I will ask for privacy.
Appreciate it. So, if he doesn't end up escaping, there's not room for him to grow anymore.
So I'm hearing we need to break him out of jail. I'm kidding. No, I'm just... Okay.
You understand why it's hard to see when you are or aren't anymore, right?
When I what? I didn't understand that.
When you are or aren't joking.
Is it?
Again, maybe it's just a me thing. But it's fine. We'll just move on from here.
Reese, I do value you being here. And I do consider you a friend.
And you're really paraphilia lie. I saw the literal, I could not translate that.
It's the
In English?
opposite of.
Yeah.
It was the opposite of the light bulb
Yeah.
popping off above his head.
And you're paraphilia lie.
I take the W and leave.
Yep. Reese is also gonna walk off.
Okay.
What a great day.
Great start, yeah.
Woo!
Woo!
I'm gonna
This is-
pick some flowers.
Oh no.
For no reasons. I just want to pick flowers.
Nothing diabolical, I assure you.
I tried so
Yeah.
hard to believe that, but
No, yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm trying real hard to believe that,
fully
but it's
doesn't
not happening.
trust
yeah.
anything anymore.
Gasgate.
Nope.
Light keep. Girl boss.
Girl bus stays the same.
Alright, is there anything anyone else wants to do during the day?
I'll probably just like practice shooting to keep my mind active because I'm starting to feel like shit. As the day goes on.
Okay.
I'll probably head to bed early. And try to sleep.
Yeah.
I need to go talk to my boys.
Alright.
Either together or separately, it doesn't matter, but I need to talk to both of them.
Okay.
Family meeting.
Family meeting.
Oh.
I'll say they're pretty easy to find. You just catch them as they come back to the tavern.
Perfect timing, boys. I was hoping to catch you two.
Oh,
Come have a seat.
absolutely. And Einar kind of flags down Astrid and orders a round of drinks.
Hell.
Takes a seat. So, what's the plan? Getting out of here?
Yes. The plan is we are going south. I guess Morgan was able to spy somehow on Brynja's brother. He seems to be walking alone for now. But maybe if we can track him down, he can at least tell us where the rest of them went. And there are some other things I think we need to check out along the way. But it does, yes, it does mean we're out. We're going on the road again.
I figured I wouldn't be able to keep you nailed down long.
Not just yet. Maybe one day. But Vidar, have you thought about whether or not you're going to take the Jarl's offer?
I've given it some thought. I think it makes the most sense for me to take it. I mean, no one you trust more than yourself, right?
Right. That is so good to hear. I hoped you were going to take it, but I do really think you would be good for the job. And you have always wanted to help. Do good in some way. And this lets you do that while staying off the front lines. Which I know is not your favorite. So I thought this was a best of both worlds for you.
I hope I don't get as into writing and assholeness as the latest steward had been.
I don't think you could ever fall that far. Especially when, not if you have this asshole keeping you around, keeping you honest. And I put my hand on our shoulder.
Einar kind of gives him a nudge. I'll keep an eye out for any of her servants. All right, well, guess I should probably go let the Jarl know then.
That would be good. Oh, also, when you do, let him know to keep a closer eye on his prisoner. I guess Morgan and Reese want to go talk to him, and he said something about potentially planning an escape, or alluded to it. I don't know, I wasn't there. But we decided that the Jarl should be warned.
Right. It's good information. I'll warn the Jarl.
good. I'm very proud of you. I hope you know that.
Thanks.
I know
Kinda
you're
gives
not
you-
that.
Gives you a
that
soft
dumb
tap on
little
the
kid.
shoulder.
I get up and I give him a giant ass bear hug. Like, I know you're not the same dumbass little kid that used to follow us around. I know you're like a grown up now.
Oh, against my will.
And I let him go. And he's like, but it is hard for me to see you as anything other than my little brother. I hope you know that.
Kind of gives your arm a pat. I do, sis.
I'm going to miss you. Both of you. Gods! I just got you back! I just got you back! And I have to leave you both again.
Einer chimes in. Well, don't go dying on us this time. I don't think I could handle that.
Oh, no. You're not getting rid of me that easy. Absolutely not.
I figured not. I hope not.
Well, we have to come back for the raid, yes? So...
Absolutely. Ah, man, I still can't believe we're going on that.
I am so excited.
And years since that got stolen from us.
We've earned it. After everything, we have absolutely earned it. Plus, I mean, I have my boys back here. I have every reason to keep fighting. So.
And they both kind of come in and do a group hug with you.
Group hug! I'm gonna miss them!
Right, well. Get on out of here, Vidar. Your drink will be waiting for you. Vidar nods. Wish me luck.
Luck.
And he takes his leave. You and Einar enjoy a good portion of the night together alone, just chatting at the table and trying to drag out these few hours.
Yep. Trying really hard, keep the tears back, because I don't want to leave!
A few hours later, Vidar comes back in. All right. And he kind of has like a smile kind of hidden as he takes a seat and grabs his drink. Well, done is done. You're speaking to the new steward of Frostwind.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
Congratulations.
And Einar gives him a big pat on the shoulder. Well done. I'm glad you took it. I think you'll do a great job.
Oh, I know he'll do a good job. He is the responsible one of, well, I guess the three of us.
Yeah. Not by much, but yeah. Before I forget, Kilgrove was asking to see Morgan.
He was?
Yeah. He wasn't being specific, but he was insistent.
That does not sound suspicious in the slightest.
Not at all.
I'll-
I did warn the Jarl. He's posted up double guards.
I'll pass on the message, I guess. Is Morgan around right now? Where is he? What did you do with the rest of your day?
I was
Oh, you're
Flowers.
picking flowers. You're
Yeah,
picking flowers.
Picking flowers.
Just spend all day picking flowers, you know.
Not menacingly, though.
Not
menacing.
menacing.
Menacing flower.
Can I have made a flower crown? I made a flower
Yeah,
crown.
absolutely.
Well, yeah, when he gets back, I'm not exactly sure where he went off to. I know he went to go talk to Reese, but when he gets back, I'll let him know.
All right. Well, you weren't kidding, Einar. My drink is still waiting for me. He picks it up and...
Cheers! Congratulations!
You all share cheers and slam back your drinks.
Raina, what are you doing here? This is so crazy.
I was gonna say, eventually, Morgan, you make your way back. I'd assume along with Craig and Reese, kind of over the course of the night.
Everybody
Yep.
coming back to HQ.
Brynja, I'm assuming since you called it early, you're already back.
Probably, yeah. I would have practiced archery for as long as I physically could before heading back in, either be in the cold or what.
Mm-hmm.
I made my flower crown for Brynja.
Aw.
Aww.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm thoughtful and shit.
Desiree doesn't trust us at all, but Brynja. Good shit.
I can't wait to see how
Imagine-
this turns into a deadly weapon.
Imagine making a wonderful, thoughtful gift for your friend, and they think they're trying to kill that you're trying to kill them.
You just
Imagine.
gaslit all of us, okay? So don't pull that shit.
No, I didn't. I lied to you.
I straight up thought you were gonna be like, no, I didn't. That's crazy.
I also thought that's how
Crazy.
that's. I also thought that's where that was going.
Gaslighting isn't even a real
Yeah.
word.
Where'd
you learn that?
Where'd you learn that?
Crazy. Damn it, that would have been funny.
Yeah.
I can come up with time to convert, but I can't come up with a simple gaslight joke. Reese was right about me.
To be fair, I think even you admitted that, like, Julian took over for that bit.
Do you give it to me at the bar or outside?
At the bar, it's like the first thing I do the second I see you.
Oh, okay.
Beeline.
And I don't even ask your permission, I just...
Like you put it on me.
Yep.
What the? Thank you.
Hey, Morgan. This is going to sound a little weird, but apparently our friend in the prison was asking to see you.
What?
Is this just
I-
at the
I-
table?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know. Was just asking to see you. I would take somebody with you, though. I do not trust even
Does someone
a
want
little.
to come with me, please?
Not it.
Okay. Arthur will
Okay,
keep
I'll
me
go with you.
company. Thank you. He's terrible in a fight.
Do you want more people? I guess I could.
I mean, he's in a
Okay, cool.
cage. It should be fine.
All right.
Mm.
Future one.
He's locked up and harmless.
There's also double guards. Vidar went and warned the Jarl,
All right.
Oh, good.
so he is being watched very closely.
Be careful then. Still.
I shall try. I should probably go now, right? Doesn't he die tomorrow?
Tomorrow is
I'm
the
gonna
day.
go now. Oh, which means he's gonna escape tonight. Wonderful.
In theory.
In theory.
Yeah, I am not. Julian is not convinced a couple extra guards is going to fix a magical problem. Maybe I should just go down. You know what? Let's take Reese's advice. Come on, Craig.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh god!
This
Hey,
is,
can I borrow
this
that
is
flower,
why
Craig? No, I'm kidding.
this is why I should stop saying things. I should just stop saying things.
Oh shit!
No. What you said was
Well-
perfect. It's the Morgan way of interpreting shit.
I know.
Yeah.
This was kind of in Morgan's head a little bit.
Yep.
Oh no!
Reese was probably right.
Yeah. And Reese isn't
Come on,
even gonna
Craig.
fucking think about it.
All right, let's go. I guess. Fuck.
Fuck.
I want to grab a glass of tea.
Okay.
Okay, that's all. I'm drinking it. On my way.
All right. Make your way through the city streets and eventually to the keep, where you find your way down below to the dungeon. The guards this time escorting you over to the cell where you see Kilgrove kind of sitting cross-legged with his back to the bars on his bed. Looks worse for wear. Dirty, smudges of grime. His hair kind of messy and frantic now.
Hello.
Ah, he turns around. Morgan.
I was sent an invitation.
Indeed. And Crag, was it?
Yep. Just here to make sure funny goes around.
Ah, funny business. You mean like the stuff with the tea?
I drink my tea.
Side eye to Morgan, who didn't tell her shit.
Nope, didn't say shit.
Didn't say
I had a
shit.
better match this time. How can I help you?
Right. That's not what I'm here for. I wanted to thank you, Morgan. You helped me see something that I think was a long time coming.
Okay.
My mistress abandoned me. She came to me
Sorry to hear that.
in a dream last night. Told me I was no longer worthy. I was on my own. All those years for nothing. And I didn't feel mad about it. Because you were right. When I said that's my beliefs, that's my religion, you said perhaps it was time for a change of faith. So with her out of the way, I had a realization. My soul was, well, already damned, thanks to worshipping Flark here, and once you lose their patronage, I mean, you're free to Threda's whims, to be tortured for the rest of eternity as you will, without any sort of protection or barrier that they would offer. So I thought of something else. I thought of something else that would give me somewhere greater. Death has no real factor in it. You see, when that blood rat was brought to me, before I did the service of passing them along off to the Morrow family for their interrogations, I did one of my own. I found out something fascinating. You see, the blood rats might hate me, but their patron doesn't. Perhaps I'll just ramble. That is of no consequence to you, but I merely wanted to say thank you before my big day tomorrow, as it were. I truly did need that shift in perspective.
I look around. Any sign of impending doom?
Notice roll.
Can I make one too?
Yes, absolutely.
Does this motherfucker... No, hold on. 4.
4?
Got a 6.
6? Okay. You do spot on the bed a piece of torn cloth that has writing in blood on it, and you see that his hand has been cut open and is covered in dried blood as well. It's dried, but the writing was not too long ago, probably earlier this morning.
Could I tell what it was like? Was it a summoning? Was it a call for help? Was it a nuclear strike? Like, can I try and divine what it might have been trying to do?
You, as you kind of angle your head and take a look at it, as you go through the writing, you recognize it. You see, at the very top, heavens above, hells below, may death's emissary come for my quarry's soul, bosque till further douther, with a handprint on the bottom of the cloth in blood.
Well, I look to, it's very, like, there's no reading between the lines. It's me, right? He wants to kill me.
You don't know?
Don't know. But I don't want to lose friendship points with Crag over this. So let me get this straight. You called me down here to ramble about finding a different sugar daddy, writing a demonic kill list on a piece of cloth, and that's it.
Oh, no, I merely brought you down here to thank you. The ramblings were just... well, I'm no longer bound to secrets now, I suppose. It feels good to just speak.
Care to tell us what's on that cloth?
It's a hit list.
Oh, yes. Someone's going to die. It's neither of you, I assure you.
I want you to know he just saved his own life. Then, who?
Well, as the deal goes, I was promised my soul in exchange for another soul. A worn one. A soul of age and leadership. One who has conviction and dedication to their people. Strong soul.
Reese was wrong. Odin
Mm-hmm.
What if I told you I didn't want to kill him?
Okay.
I want to... I have a spell that would ultimately kill him. I don't want to kill him. I just want to leave him as he is.
Okay.
I had a friend give me advice, and I want to believe people can change their ways. And you've proven that you're kind of, I'm sorry to say it, kind of dangerous. What do you think, Crag?
He did try and kill us.
Well, but he also made the demon hit list.
That too.
Kilgrove, I don't think you have to die tomorrow.
Is that so?
Yeah, I think you know too much. But I also think that you're gonna keep doing stuff like that, and that's not really... not good. I'm gonna need you to take my hand.
He kind of looks to you, and then back to the letter. I don't plan to keep doing stuff like that. This is my finality.
Which makes me think you want death, and I don't think we're done with each other.
Perhaps not.
I'm just gonna just put her there, champ.
I don't know if you think you're being clever.
Oh,
Tried
no,
to
I'm
do
not.
this
I'm
last time.
just trying to be nice. This is a lot nicer than guard sees him, which really isn't my style, you know.
So if the guard sees me, what do you think they're gonna do? They think that they're gonna... what, take me to the Jarl? You'll explain that I shouldn't be killed tomorrow?
Or it just makes your last 24 hours a lot less pleasant. I cast Galan. Nope, sorry, please.
I was gonna say, can I cast empathy on myself?
Okay.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna say, Kilgrove, you brought us, well, you brought Morgan here to thank you. Change of faith, everything that you two have been, don't you think that he at least deserves? He's done so much.
I keep trying to give you ways out. You're just really intent on not taking.
Okay, go ahead and make me a persuasion roll.
Can I get advantage? Or like an extra bonus die?
I'll give him
I
+2.
I got empathy.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
on top of empathy?
I don't know
or...
what that does.
Yeah, it just gives me a I think it's just a +1
Oh, that's nice.
for persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I am going to use a Benny. I'm going to use another Benny.
Oh my god! Not even halfway through the session, guys.
Okay. Explosion.
Hey!
Okay, that is a 16. And it's... Hold on. I have to look up the rules for this again, fuck.
Thank you. This is a lot less of a messy solution than I was planning.
Word does not want to open, so it's a 16, at least for now.
Alright.
Oh,
I'll tell you
no.
if anything changes.
That's more than enough.
Yeah.
He kind of uncrosses his arms and sighs. I suppose you're right. Whatever trick or trap or whatever it is you're going to do to me, I suppose it'll be worth it in the long run. Whether I die tomorrow or I die 40 years from now, I've won. And he extends his hand.
I take it. One day more. A breathless chest. Weaken the core. Wither and rest. I'm going to cast Withering Curse on him.
Okay.
From him, assuming he is at this point even resisting, because I will definitely just keep doing it till it works.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure I'm reading this correctly. I need to make an arcane skill roll opposed by his spirit.
Yes.
Ten.
Okay. Well, actually, we'll just use that as your arcane roll for casting the spell, because he's not gonna try to roll for spirit. So
Nothing happens to him right off the
Okay.
bat. I just crack my knuckles. Yeah, I'll talk to the Jarl. And either I'll see you here when I need you, or I'll see you tomorrow.
He smiles. Goodbye, Morgan.
I will be taking that. The piece of cloth.
He turns, walks over, and grabs it, and hands it through the bars. Give the Earl my best wishes, would you?
Yeah, just... Oh, no. Okay, well, don't go too far, and, sweet dreams. I, like, wrap it in something,
Mm-hmm.
and I find the Jarl.
Okay. So just for my own knowledge, what are the long-term effects of the Withering Curse?
Every day he is going to make a, sorry, I'll read it literally. He will immediately suffer a level of fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
And at each sunset, each day after, will have to do another save. A success just prolongs the effect. A failure gives him another set of fatigue. Basically, this spell would kill him until he literally dies of exhaustion. I don't want him to die.
Okay.
I just want him to become a paperweight. I just want to paralyze him.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow that.
Wonderful.
All right. You make your way out
Find
of
the
the
Jarl.
Yes, you make your way out of the dungeons and up into the main chamber, where you see the Jarl at the other end of the great hall, sitting in his chair, kind of in the middle of reviewing a piece of parchment.
Hi. Mr. Jarl, sir?
He puts the piece of paper down. Yes?
I think your life is in danger.
What's new? Please, continue.
It seems your our friend down in, and I show him the bloodied rag. Our friend down in the dungeon managed to make a pact with some
other entity and is hunting for your soul.
He kind of like straightens himself in his chair.
In fact, he was so proud of this, he invited me to come see it.
He kind of looks off to the side and motions to one of the guards who comes over. Use your fetch the cleric.
I'm gonna... Crag, can you go get everyone else?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Back away.
I think I should probably be where the magic is happening just for safety.
The Earl kind of takes a second as the guard goes to fetch the cleric, and he motions to you to step closer with the paper. And grabs it and takes a look. Strange. I've never heard of anything like this.
Well, he summoned to something. And this doesn't ring any bells to me either, does it?
Common knowledge roll.
Oh, God.
I like how everyone's nodding their heads, like, obviously it does. Like, jeez. Nope, okay. Four? I'm gonna spend a Benny. Four.
You recall your friends telling you about something that happened while you were away with your friend in the hearth when they went after the group of Maros. They said that the lead did some sort of ritual, spoke in Old Common, put their hand on a piece of paper.
I didn't put that together. I don't know how I didn't put that together. And I tell him, never mind. This seems exactly very similar to what me and my friends encountered back where we first met. And it's not easy to ward off. I don't even know how to ward it off, to be honest.
What is it?
It's a creature. I just saw it in the shadows. It was quick and efficient and very fast. I don't know how to help, but I'd like to.
Very well.
And as for your prisoner, I'd recommend keeping him around for just a while longer. In a few days' time, he won't be able to even feed himself. So he shouldn't hold any issues with you.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Ooh! 7.
Your counsel has been wise so far. I shall do as you ask.
Just in case.
Any motions to another guard? Start locking down the keep. No one in or out except for Morgan and the rest of his friends. And the guards kind of break out and immediately get to work as the hustle and bustle picks up as the sun has slowly set outside. Crag, you reach the inn in what feels like record time.
How'd it go?
Not good. So, Kilgrove, kind of set a spell and bound his soul to the Jarl. So
I'm sorry?
when Kilgrove dies tomorrow, so does the Jarl. We warned the Jarl.
How'd he do that?
He said he had a change of faith. His god left him, or something like that.
Right, but how'd he find the magic to do that?
Is that known to any other Flarkir? What did he like do a higher like how Blackhair has assassination people? Like
No, the Flarkir condemned him.
oh shit.
Then what did he...
Something new.
Something new.
Where's Morgan?
He was
Craig,
with
you
the
will
Jarl. He said
recall
he-
when you were with the Jarl, he did say that not necessarily the Flarkir in general had forsaken him, just his mistress.
Okay.
And he, another thing that you recall, he said that the blood rats might hate him, but their patron doesn't.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll notice that.
Great. Wonderful. So he's found a way to get an assassin on him?
You do that from a cell? Is that I mean
Yeah.
Morgan's
Okay.
he's with the Yard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess we better protect him if we can.
Let's go.
Yep, making my way over.
We'll follow.
Both Einar and Vidar stand up, Reyna. We should go
Where
as
is he
well.
coming? And we all go.
You all make your way for the keep. Rushing over, you find that security is on high alert. There's numerous guards posted outside, all the doors, the windows. Upon your arrival, the guards kind of stop you, and they make the way over. And one approaches, kind of, sorry, standard protocol. Reaches his hand forward and kind of like pats you down in the side of your face.
Right. Fucking TSA.
Mm-hmm. In particular, they do like a weird sort of jab into your shoulder. All right. Sorry. Just ensuring you're not an illusion. And they move on to the next person. Eventually, once they get through everyone, you hear the heavy sound of a massive wooden bar being shifted up from the door, and the sound of a few locks as the wide double door entrance to the keep swings open just a crack to let you pass through before it's closed behind you, locked, and the bar set back in place with a heavy thud.
Is this what they call a lock-in?
I'm assuming so. I'm going to find the Jarl.
It's not hard to find. You're immediately in the Great Hall. You see all manner of guards milling about, going through patrols, captains going over orders with their lessers. The cleric kind of off to the side, investigating the parchment with the blood writing
can
on
we
it.
see like
Yeah.
the fucking?
Yes, you can.
And I'm guessing it looks real familiar.
Oh, yes,
it looks
does.
like that ritual that.
Oh, fuck! You didn't mention that it was this. Shit.
I want to see if I can use my arcane prowess to confirm, without a shadow of a doubt, the target is the Jarl. I don't want to get surprised.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll also go ahead and make me. Is it spellcasting? Is that your arcane skill?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
I believe so.
spellcasting roll then, please.
10.
10. While the last time it was described to you, it was stated that the name was explicitly written on it in blood. You feel as if this one has a lot more of a, due to the nature of the person who created it, has a lot more of a magical sort of bind to it. You feel the connection to the Jarl.
Morgan, what do you sense you're doing?
It's the Jarl. I don't know if killing him would do any good, or if it would trigger the hit. I don't know how to remove it. I might be able. I don't know.
Because when we saw this, that guy had done it right before attacking us, and we killed him. And then that night was when Maro was killed. It was like a full. It was. There was time, so it wasn't an instant thing, but it could very well still be connected to soul.
Which means we have until that activates. Because if you all remember, we couldn't even react when the thing appeared.
It just
Locking
happened.
it down did nothing. Because the door was locked.
We were literally in the middle of a conversation with him,
Right,
and his head just fell from his shoulders.
right. And we didn't even get a chance to catch the creature before it leapt out the window.
Odin,
Yes.
I know. So that night, it could be very well. We caught glimpses, but not a huge of like what kind of killed him, because we also fought the guys that Blackear sent after us after I denied his. Were those a similar-esque, could be related entity? Or a little bit more, those were a little bit more still kind of humanoid assassin-esque,
Yeah.
where this thing was more of a
There
little,
was- Shadow
it
demon?
worked a little too unnatural.
Yeah, what you fought that night was a mix of actual blood red assassins, and some of them were also a form of undead that, given your background, you would at least be aware of. Shadows. And there was something a little bit stronger there, but nothing crazy.
Okay.
Be related the same way that a sparrow was related to an eagle.
Yeah, same kind of family doesn't mean they're not the same thing.
Yeah.
Didn't we determine for that creature that it was loosely tied to the underworld?
It was
What about
tied to the lower planes.
The lower planes.
Or was that the
What
book?
about the book?
Was that the creature? Or was that the
That was
book?
I know
the
the book was.
The book was tied to the
I
lower planes.
don't
Okay, my
think.
bad.
Yeah,
I don't-
We didn't learn anything
We
about the
didn't.
creature.
We didn't get time.
Nope.
Well, I want to get the book.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, they're gonna think I'm super sketchy for doing this.
Yep.
But I'm saving
100%.
your life, so shut up. I get the book. I'm just gonna flip through it, see if I can find anything that is relatively, and maybe I can have the cleric help me decipher some bits of it. I just want to tell him it looks bad. This is from one of the Morrow's estates, from someone we were where the assassination last took place. I'm grasping at straws. I'm seeing if there's anything in this book that I can find that might help us.
So, because you open the book and you see a new entry in there that you did not see before.
Oh shit.
Great. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Love that.
Given
Yeah.
I am going off of whenever you ask to look at the book to tell you these things. So when it happened, you don't know.
Oh, that's what that's like.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Off direct from us.
Uh-huh.
It's only cute when I do
Yep.
it. Well, I'm gonna get reading, man. There's some new entries. New blog
There
post just
is.
dropped.
Give me just a second.
Blog post.
New chapter of the fanfic dropped, y'all.
I love Lore Olympus.
While
I
he's
was
doing
gonna
that,
say,
I'm
wait, you
gonna
got
talk
more
to Crag
Homestuck?
about getting oh gosh.
No.
Getting a play-by-play from Crag.
Doug, you shut your fucking mouth
I
right
love
now.
how Sai was just like, no.
So,
I didn't even go there, but I know.
I am magicking.
you open the book and you see that it appears the first set of rhymes that you got was merely the opening. Below that is a preface. I do not know who this will find. I don't even know if they will care. But I do know that the truth must be told. Someone, somewhere, has to record it, lest it be forgotten to the eons. I'm writing this in secrecy. From hereforth, my words will be magically blurred, revealed only when the book is in the presence of the truth here within. Beyond these words lies a collection of stories, a catalog of my time in hell and the things I learned. Be warned, reader. This preface is your turning point. Nothing good awaits you in these words.
Yeah.
Does Morgan take out the book and be okay, cleric, look at it.
Pretty much. I stopped mid-sentence. No, I do not put that back. Are you insane? No. Or sentence 1, I'm in. I'm like,
So, you've been in the presence of hell? What the fuck? When?
cute, right?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, Dante's Inferno, the cutest book ever.
Book ever. It's my favorite bedtime story.
It's right up there with Orn High School Host Club and Doki Doki Literature Club.
I'm reading this. I'm reading this. I entirely disregard the warning. I read right past it.
That is
I
all
got a Discord
for now.
notification. Was that you? All right.
That is all that is available to you for now.
Oh, wonderful. Damn it!
Julian once more.
He always does.
Are you serious?
That's like his thing. He has to know all of the
I
things.
have a book of
Tease. That was a
angels.
little tease.
Yeah.
Except
Little
I have a
fucking
book of
tease.
devils.
Yeah. Oh wow, you do. Oh wow, yeah.
While
When the fuck?
Literally,
You
you,
also
have
get-
Dante's Inferno.
You also get a title. The Mal Helvaga.
The Malhelvaga.
The what?
Given your background in Old Common, it loosely translates a number of different ways. Cradle of Death, Death's Cradle, something along those lines. You're not sure.
Right. I hate both of those.
and
Oh
none
my-
of you know.
No,
Oh, so it's the Necronomicon.
there's a lot we don't know.
This isn't Dante's Inferno. This is the Necronomicon.
Oh no.
Well,
Fuck.
now
Is-
that I am sufficiently blue-balled, I'm going to continue to flip through and see if I can't find anything relating at all to, that's on digital record, isn't it? Anything relating at
Yep.
all to this at all. And while I really want to try and keep reading this, put it back. I'm gonna put it back, and then I'm gonna try and, I don't know. I have a few ideas, but I'll get there.
Okay.
So, if I find out when he wrote this, we can kind of have maybe a general idea if the pattern stays. If something doesn't come after the Jarl and that's time period, then it's like, okay, yeah, it is based off of the soul, but I don't want to risk the Jarl still getting tagged just to prove it's like, oh, just keep him alive, you know? But
I'm
A lot easier said than done.
I'm gonna turn to the Jarl. Do you mind if I put some magics on you? It's not gonna be much, but it'll at least help protect you.
Very well.
I'm gonna use one of my power points to cast arcane protection on this motherfucker.
Okay. You do so. The arcane protection fills the space.
Craig, did you tell me that he said that the blood rats hate him, but their patron doesn't?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no.
Would it be possible to enchant an item with a spell?
What do you want to do?
I want... If I can come up with the reagents necessary, I would like to, if I can't remove the hit, I'd like to hide him from it. I want to be able to cast Scrimnira. I want to cast Loch on him, Conceal Arcana.
Ooh.
I want to bind it to something that would tether them together. Like a trinket or something. I don't know. I'm just thinking of ideas.
I also have Conceal Arcana. Would I be able to aid with that?
Give me a second. I'm
No worries.
at the rules.
Because even then, it has a duration unless I'm incanting. So I'd be trying to figure out how to fully enchant something that is just active.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, even with like the cleric here or something, it is a novice level spell, so I don't know if that helps.
So, going off the rules of crafting magic items, it takes some time.
I know this seems really fucked up, but this is genuinely the only way I know how to even go about trying with this as someone who loves magic. Guard, I'm gonna need some of his blood. From the prisoner.
From the prisoner?
Yes.
Why?
He bound the spell in blood to his soul. If there is a way to unravel it or even conceal it, it is in his DNA. It's in his identifier.
All right.
He must survive.
Okay.
Excellent.
The guard kind of like gives you a weird look and goes about following the Jarl's orders, continuing to do his patrol around the keep.
Correct. Does the cleric have anything to add to this?
The cleric kind of rolls the paper up and just like sets it on one of the tables, and kind of makes his way up to the Jarl and starts chatting with him for anyone who's close.
Not me. I'm ripping into books. I'm at a table. I'm trying to figure shit out.
Reese is a nosy bitch.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm probably hanging
probably be
around because
close
I
enough.
don't do.
Yeah, I wouldn't
do
be
magic,
helping
but I
with the
don't
magic
do
shit.
magic.
The cleric kind of... It's quite strange. Jarl. The document is not inherently magical. It's like your name and his was stamped on it. But it doesn't have a persistent enchantment or other spell on it. Whatever deal was made here is not being actively managed here. I'm afraid there's nothing that I can do with this document to break whatever this is.
Sorry.
Jarl just kind of nods.
Sorry, I don't mean to eavesdrop. Killing him isn't gonna end it either. As when we saw this before, we killed the person who made the pact, and it still went through.
Jarl nods. He kind of nods over to Morgan. He advised me not to kill Kilgrove, yet at least.
I'm gonna look over to like the parchment that the cleric had put down, the death note, because that's what it is.
Yeah, accurate.
Quite literally. And I'm gonna touch the hilt of my dagger. I'm just trying to see, is there anything that kind of, is it like calls to like? I'm just trying to find any kind of connection maybe between, is this something fucked up Blackgear shit, or is it something else?
Make me an occult roll.
I'm grasping at straws because I don't know.
Right.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Yay! Okay, exploded. Thank God.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
you got
but-
this.
Exploded, then added a 1.
Boo.
7 minus 2. So 5.
5? Okay.
5. Actually, not as bad as it could.
There's some element of it that you feel fits very well with Blackgear's domain. A hit list written in blood. I mean, that screams
That's
the
pretty. Yeah,
patron of
that's kind of
assassins.
scream.
Yeah.
Take me to him.
One of the guards kind of nods.
Dude, I don't know that's gonna help.
If you wish. And she leads you onward.
Okay.
Eventually you make your way to the cell.
And it's not, I'm not trying to be like, no one comes with me. Not, but I just, after looking, but yeah, ask one of the guards, take me to homes.
You make your way, and the guard kind of gives you a little bit of space, but you see Kilgrove kind of propped up, his back against the wall, sitting on the floor, arms over his knees, as he kind of sits hunched up. He looks up as you approach. See, I got the keep in quite the hustle and bustle.
You seem to be enjoying it. The tension.
Oh, yes. He kind of stands up. If there's one thing I've always wanted in my life, it was recognition. And well, I suppose that's now fallen as a secondary goal. I've got it in some aspect. I don't think there's a single soul here today that won't remember my name.
Right. We'll make sure Terry Kilgrove lives forever.
Yes,
what
I
you
must
want, right?
admit, my mother did not see the need to give me a serious first name.
So, recognition, you were the steward of the Jarl. Finger in every pie. That wasn't enough. Never enough.
Oh.
Betray a
Could you tell me the name
friend.
of any of the stewards that preceded me? How about the Jarl?
I don't even
down
know the
in
names of the
Merkmire?
Jarls.
Exactly.
So what? What, do you want to be a god or something? It's really the only way you get your name around anywhere.
God, no. No, that is far beyond me.
What did he promise you? Eternal life, in a way, without the
Innocence.
constraints of the body.
Not exactly. It's being saved from Threda's eternal torment is, of course, a benefit, but having somewhere else where I get another chance to keep advancing who I am and what I can do, that is a gift.
No, a gift is given without strings attached. A gift is something you give someone with no obligation. You just hope the person likes it. You have so many strings attached to this. This is a bargain. This is a... Do you even know what you're truly signing up for?
He kind of gets close to the bars. Did you?
I didn't make a bargain.
He looks
I
down
got
to
caught.
the belt where the dagger is.
I didn't forfeit someone else's soul to benefit my own. And I'm paying for it. And you will know what I'm not going to do, even though it's screaming at me to do, is pin you to this damn wall and free me of this damn thing. But I'm not going to do that.
He smiles. Well, I hope getting rid of it and whatever that entails provides you with, well, I guess gift isn't the right word. An appropriate bargain.
Well, I pity you for thinking that you've won, when obviously you are a desperate man making deals and going to bed with the first fucker who offers you a warm cup of tea and the chance to get out. You're pathetic.
He just
So,
smiles.
enjoy.
Enjoy the show. He goes and sits on his bed.
I look around, are there any shadows anywhere that I'm familiar with? Corners that are just a little not natural.
It feels darker.
Right, new tricks. I'm gonna go ahead and leave.
Did you have something, Morgan?
You said there is no magic bound to that piece of paper. It's not being controlled on it. And he gave it pretty willingly. Would that mean it is elsewhere? Would the binding document for this hit be elsewhere.
Are you asking the cleric this, or are you asking
Yeah.
me? Okay. Solomon kind of ponders for a second. I have a feeling that this particular document doesn't have a representative physical copy elsewhere. It's likely think of it more as if when you ring a bell, it chimes, you hear it, the metal clacks against itself. But then it's over. The bell's still rung.
I go back to where I was studying, and I draw a giant circle on the ground with chalk or whatever.
Okay.
I am Hail Mary seeking guidance from nature. Searching what is in my ability, seeing if I can get any ideas, or if the magic that I've been drawing on my entire life has any ideas itself.
Okay. Are you using any sort of spell along with this, or are you just purely skill-based?
I don't have a... I mean, I can use Galan to invoke them. But the purpose is to use all of them.
Okay.
I just sit down, I try and clear my mind, steady my breath, and I just want to listen and see if anything comes to me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me your arcane skill.
I'm gonna spend a penny.
Was that your last penny for the session?
I think my second,
Oh, okay.
right?
Oh no,
Did I miscount?
Craig used.
I used to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. My bad.
10.
10. You draw out the circle, sit down in the middle, reaching out, running your hands along the stone of the floor. You let your mind wander as you listen. You feel fear. The wind is silent. The stones vibrate in anticipation. The water out on the beach nervously withdraws from the shore. Each wave fearful as it crashes down, seemingly in a hurry to pull itself away. In your mind, you hear a flurry of whispers. Run, run, they're coming, run, run.
When Bernia comes up from, she comes back from down there and is now in the hall again. So she's, not down there. She goes and she punches one of the pillars in frustration. He said, "Enjoy the show. Little bastards enjoying this."
It will happen soon.
Odin,
Yes.
I also have a Hail Mary idea. You said, at least from the wording I've heard, that whatever this is bound to the Jarl's soul.
No.
Would having another make it harder for him to be tracked?
Oh, that's a fucking idea.
Oh my god.
Having another.
or having another couple, or I guess 2.2 at this point.
Oh shit!
Holy
Hide the scent
shit.
from the hounds.
You
Not
can
like a
try.
kill.
You're not really sure how whatever is happening works.
Okay, then I'm gonna, like, seeing Morgan being like, it's coming now, and Brynja having no answers, Reese is just gonna turn to the Jarl and the cleric and be like, specifically to the cleric, if there was another soul tied to the Jarl, would it be harder for this thing to track him? I'm assuming it would happen eventually. Would it delay it?
I really don't know.
May I speak?
With contracts of the soul, especially ones binding like this, it's usually hard to mask the soul in any way, shape, or form, especially if it's a Flarkir behind the deal. Soul is something
What
unique.
What if we gave it a different soul?
Can I speak to the Jarl?
Cleric
Formal.
motions. The Jarl, he's kind of like nervously, he kind of nervously has like stood up and gone back behind his chair, and you see him pull out this large longsword that he's in the middle of sharpening.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up to the Jarl and just kind of like get real close and like rest my hand on one of his shoulders. Do you want to try and fight this out? Like, I'm whispering to him so no one else can hear.
I'm gonna die. I'd rather not do it running.
I know exactly how that is. And I'm gonna switch into Elder Common. May your sword strike true. May this fight bring you everything you need. And make sure you get exactly what you want from the gods when they're done with you. It's like a before battle prayer.
Mm-hmm. You gather that he doesn't understand the words, but he understands the meaning. He kind of hefts his longsword over his shoulder and straightens himself. No longer nervous, but you can tell that he's still kind of itching with anticipation.
Do you want a comrade in arms, or do you want to take this yourself?
I'll take any help I can get. But from what I've heard, it doesn't sound like it'll matter.
Also in my spectral sword kind of mirroring his stance. Happy to help.
Very well. Anything
Cleric.
else? Oh, go ahead.
What if we offered up a different soul?
What do you mean?
Is there a conceivable replacement for the Jarl that would satisfy a Flarkir? This is obviously a very tasteless thing to ask, but it is, I feel it's worth asking.
Walk me through your thought process.
The contract was a soul for a soul. If we could circumvent a deal, have another person make a deal with the same Flarkir to cancel the debt, would that work?
I suppose that would be up to the Flarkier. Though, you do understand the depth of the question you are asking. What it
And
would
it is
mean
not
for
one
the
that I
fate of
asked
the one.
politely.
Right.
I'm just trying to help.
Should you see it so fit that the Jarl should live, I cannot make that call for you. But keep in mind, I do not even know what the Flanakir will say. They may tell you to screw off.
Brynja's just gonna be pacing,
Yep.
agitated. Trying not to punch walls because I'm in someone else's home, but you know.
Don't want to break anything.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm staying as close
Did
to
I ever
you
get
all as
that blood?
possible. Oh yeah.
Did I get my pound of flesh? Did I get my blood?
No, you did not. It seems the guards are busy following the Jarl's orders and did not seem to want to take time out of their day to go collect blood from a still alive prisoner.
So hard to find good help these days. Honestly, I don't even know what I'd do with it.
There's blood on the note.
Where's
Yeah.
blood on the note? You know what? So the pact that was made, is there any way to amend a contract and cancel something?
I would think it would have to be in the people involved.
Okay.
Outside party can't really. If I'm thinking on terms of normal contracts between like entities, it's normally
And I see the wheels turning in his head.
Okay, well, I need some of his blood, so I'm gonna go take that.
Jesus.
Look, I'm the messed up one, but Mr. Soul Snatcher over there is fine.
That was a hit. I had a plan. I'm not doing it.
Chill. I'm just asking for a little blood from someone I might be turning into a vegetable, okay?
Can you turn into a vegetable now?
Can I?
At least Reese was kind of asking permission.
That's
Reese
true.
could have
Reese was
fucking
asking permission.
assaulted. Yeah.
Reese was right. I should have killed him. That's on me. I will learn in the future. I want his blood. I would like it, please.
Gimme.
Okay, you make your way back down to the cell. You find him sitting on his bed.
Hey, bud. I'm gonna need another arm here.
So you think just because I'm here and damned that I'm just gonna do whatever?
Kinda. You know how this works? Why? I guess I could give you a reason. Ugh, fine, you're always so difficult. I cast Galan, and I'm going to move the earth underneath him and move him closer to me.
Okay. Okay.
And I take a little knife. I want to slit his wrist open.
Jesus Christ!
Oh,
In a single movement, he's up to the bars. You have your knife and cut him.
Oh my
And I'm
god.
just going to hold him there. He's fatigued already. He feels the effects of my curse. And I'm just going to hold him there and fill some vials. And then I'm going to help patch him up so he doesn't die. And I just like bandage his wrist and I shove him to the ground and I leave. Thank you.
Every single day, I am so incredibly grateful that Morgan is not the one who got his hands on the demon dagger.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh
hear
my
Kill
god.
I had to
Grove.
kill Morgan 6 episodes ago.
You hear Kilgrove
Like-
kind of like weakly laughing. We could have worked well together, as he calls back after you as you leave.
Might want to hold that
Unfortunately,
breath.
he's correct.
You'll find them hard to come by soon. And keep moving. I'm gonna... Y'all, I don't know what's wrong with me.
This is
Like
like
that
when we
list
have, like,
alphabetically
Bell.
or chronologically?
I want to try and take in the text on the DM's like, oh my god, stop trying, this is annoying. But I want to try. I want to get to
Just
like
let him die.
let him die. And I have the blood, and even if honestly, even this doesn't work, this was fun for me. I want to see if there is a way in like either the matrix of how the circle is constructed or with the language, if there is any way to cancel the contract, and I want to try and write it in blood. His blood, obviously. Yeah, not mine.
Forge a fucking
Straight out of that.
cancellation policy.
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead and make me an occult roll.
Ugh, this is gonna be the hardest occult roll of my life.
You have one Benny left.
Come on, help me. Benny! Benny!
It's not a crit fail?
No, it's not a crit fail.
Good.
It's just the
Oh,
worst
good
I've rolled all
help.
night. It's over, boys. 7.
7. You can't really find any structure or meaning to what you're trying to do. You loosely try to write in something. You're not really sure if it'll work.
That is what I can do.
Okay. You feel the room start to get colder.
Yep, here we go. Oh, fuck.
I'm taking out that sword that Reese had given me.
Yep.
I want to cast Arcane well, he already started Arcane Protection, just kidding.
You hear a muffled scream out the front doors, followed by the quick sound of 2 bodies hitting the floor. You hear a knock at the front.
I'm gonna stand in front of the Jarl. Between him and the door.
Yup.
I'm standing in front of Brynja.
I'm sitting in my
another-
circle and
Fucking-
casting Galan.
There's another set of knocks. On the last one, you see something. The edges of the door, the shadows begin to grow and slowly encompass the wall that the doorway sits in. The doorway itself, seemingly right around the point of where whoever was knocking, begins to rapidly decay. The wood slowly shrivels as the moisture is sucked free of it, the door crumbling entirely upon itself as it crashes down as years of decay immediately advance in a matter of seconds. On the other side, amidst the night sky and the city lights, you see a figure cloaked in shadow. A set of purple eyes glowing from underneath the otherwise black, obscured hood. In one of their hands, they have the corpse of one of the guards. They begin to walk inside, dragging the body behind them. And that's where we'll take our break.
Yeah,
Jesus.
okay, this is fine.
Wow,
Why
that's
do you-
horrid.
This is fine.
Oh my god.
We'll be back in a bit.